My name is Rory Powers, and today's presentation is on the AI Auto Trader. This is a fully automated system that runs on the NinjaTrader 8 platform. And once the strategies are enabled, the system will execute and manage the trades on your behalf. What's unique about this system is the artificial intelligence integration. We have a machine learning algorithm that dynamically changes during the trading session hours. The elephant in the room when you speak of automated strategies is always, well, hey, they get stale or they only work under certain market conditions. This new technology that we've integrated into these bots, these parameters are dynamically changing as the market conditions change. So they self-optimize, and they have a machine learning component to them that I'm going to be covering in a little more detail in just a moment. But I just want to mention that this presentation is for educational and demonstration purposes only. I am not a licensed financial advisor. If you're not familiar with the risks that are associated with trading, please consult with a licensed financial advisor. With that being said, I want to start off by mentioning a testimonial that one of our members recently did a video and posted it on YouTube and shared it with us. Her name is Marcia. And I've got to say, Marcia is just a beautiful God. She's a God-loving woman. And she came to Right Line Trading as a complete newbie. She had never traded futures before. She had bought a bot that ran on Forex from another vendor. They kind of sold it to her and, wished her the best and really left her high and dry. And she came to us with a bad taste in her mouth from that experience and with no experience. We really took an instant liking to Marcia. Our entire community did. And we watched her in the first 60 days of her trading journey accomplish things that takes probably you or I 2 or 3 or 5 years of going to the school of hard knocks, very expensive education of making mistakes and blowing out accounts. She was able to achieve 15 or 16 funded. She got 15 or 16 evaluations passed through Apex, and still to this day has those same 16 accounts. Okay, which is really a testament to her. But her learning curve was significantly short as a complete newbie to go to getting 16 funded accounts within 60 days is almost unheard of. So she credits the AI Auto Trader of significantly shortening her learning curve and allowing her to accomplish these achievements that would have normally taken years to accomplish. The full testimonial can be found on our YouTube channel, but that was her experience with the AI Auto Trader. I just want to take just a brief moment to acknowledge the members of my team. Our vision here at Right Line Trading is really to develop innovative trading strategies that provide our members with an edge. The biggest edge that we can ever have as a trader is to know the future direction of price. That's really I like to use an analogy of having the winning lottery numbers before the drawing. And that's really what it's like. That's really what it's akin to. So our goal is to produce strategies and indicators that help predict the future direction of price. Over the many years that we've been around, we're going on 14 or 15 years now, we've really built a beautiful community of traders from all experience levels, from the beginner to the professional, and everything that falls in between that huge spectrum are part of our community. Really, there's power in numbers. Being part of a community of traders is very valuable information is shared. in our Discord chat. That's really our hub of our community. And our members talk about what's working, maybe more important, what's not working. And that is extremely valuable information. So just to introduce the members of my team, there's 3 professional traders on staff. We have Mr. Craig Emery, who trades the futures in our Right Line Trading Futures room, who had purchased dozens of trading systems in the past and just had a problem with consistency. We could never really hone in on getting consistent results. That changed with Right Line Trading's Money Flow Tracker. And Craig Emery found his groove after he had purchased that trading system. And he has a very unique style. And everybody, that's the great thing about trading, is we all can kind of develop our own style. We can find a way to extract profits out of the markets in our own unique way. We've kind of found the nuances, learned the nuances of the trading system, and found a way to extract some money. And Craig Emery does it in our Right Line Trading Futures trading room with the Money Flow Tracker. David Kushner is our prop trading extraordinaire. He maintains 6 funded accounts with a very popular prop trading firm. He gets consistent payouts. I like to refer to him, the 2 Davids, David Kushner and David Wise, as kind of like robots. These guys have, discipline and patience that most of us as humans, we just don't share. They rely totally on the technicals, not on emotions whatsoever. They have a rules-based strategy, and they adhere to those rules regardless of what's going on around them. They're able to channel out all the static, all the noise, and they do not break their own rules. I remember David Kushner when Mark Sachs used to trade in the trading room, and he would call me on the phone very upset. And he says, he's breaking his own rules. I said, one day, David, you're going to be trading in this trading room. And sure enough, that day came. But David Wise, same way. He trades options with the SPY super system, and he's able to achieve an 89% win rate by trading without emotion and sticking to the rules. David Wise is not a home run hitter. The vast majority of his wins are between 20 and 50%, but he keeps moving the ball and he keeps growing that account, and he's sidestepping the losers. So behind the desks, I'd like to say that we're an educated and a handsome team. We have Mr. Brock Miller. Brock is our college student. He's getting his degree in computer science. He's really my right-hand man. He's really a great guy. And in the last few years, working together with him has really been a really growing experience for all of us. Charles Sider is our UCLA grad. He's through and through to the bone. He's our engineer. And listen, when when you're developing software and people are trading and risking their money and their livelihood, you want to have somebody that's making sure the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. Charles is just that man. He's extremely meticulous. Make sure that everything is just right. And believe me, sometimes in the morning meetings, I could pull the hair out of my head because he's just so meticulous. But it's a good thing, and we're very, very happy to have him on our team. He really puts others before self. He does a weekly training session for onboarding of the AI Auto Trader and the iBot's every Wednesday at 12 noon. And all of those are recorded. Anyway, we also have Mr. Sergio Luque Rodriguez. Luque, I've been working with Luque now for almost a decade here at Right Line Trading. And Luque also has his master's degree in computer science. And listen, I've really seen Sergio grow over the last 10 years that we've been here with Right Line Trading. It started that he was able to code complex mathematical equations, algorithms, mathematical modeling. Remember, Mark Sachs, the founder of Rightline, was a mathematician, extremely intelligent guy, and he would throw Sergio these complex algorithms and mathematical equations to put into code, and Sergio was able to do it. When Mark Miller took over the helm, Sergio was the main beneficiary of a collaboration with a world-renowned AI lab. That was Mark Miller's number one goal, is to get artificial intelligence and integrate it into these trading systems. He wanted our technology to be superior to all of our competitors, and he made a significant investment in doing so. Sergio is really able now, due to that collaboration, to code artificial intelligence, these self-learning algorithms, into our coding of our trading system. Mark Miller is now the owner of Rightline Trading, and let me tell you, Mark Miller not only is a personal friend of mine, but he's a true man of God. I'm so happy that he's the one that purchased Rightline Trading. Mark Miller, just to give you a little background, he has his MBA from Cal State. He's a U.S. Army vet, and I have a ton of respect for anybody that served this country or any country that you're from. If you've served, if you've put others before yourself, even first responders and military and doctors, these are people that spiritually are very sound and healthy people, and we owe a debt of gratitude for anybody that serves in that capacity. So Mark Miller has brought those core military values of honesty, transparency, integrity. He brought them to the forefront to everything that we do here at Rightline Trading. It just so happens, I like to call it the perfect handoff. When Mark Miller bought the company, Mark Sachs passed the baton off to Mark Miller, and Mark's background was in automation and robotics. So it was really moving into this AI revolution that we're currently in. That's why I refer to it as the perfect handoff. I always like to introduce myself, the voice that you hear behind your television, your monitor, actually, computer monitor. My name is Rory Powers. I reside down in South Florida, right by the Homestead Air Force Base, and right by the Florida Keys. I'm a graduate of Syracuse University. My passion, being from South Florida, not only is trading the financial markets, but also saltwater fishing. Saltwater fishing. And you can see some of my recent catches here with Mark Miller and Sergio. But my prize catch, my number one catch, was my beautiful wife. It was just recently, this past weekend, was my little girl's second birthday party. Heather turned 2 years old. And you can see Heather is 2. My other daughter, Marilee, is 6. And Christelle is my wife. God has certainly blessed me with a beautiful family. And I couldn't be more grateful and happy about that. So we reside here in South Florida. We had a beautiful birthday party for my 2-year-old. This is the neighborhood crew, the gang that runs around the streets here in my neighborhood. And we always seem to find them here at our house because we have a trampoline. And they love to come over and jump on that trampoline. So that was her second birthday party. The saltwater fishing, though, if I'm not spending time with my family, at least once or twice a month, I try to get out and go fishing. But enough about me. Let's talk about the genesis of the AI auto trader. This is, to me, this slide really portrays the perfect picture of a trader just who has reached her boiling point. You could see in this picture on her monitor I would say this is her trading account over the last several weeks or months. has slowly dwindled away to nothing. It's down to to almost empty, and she has reached her boiling point. Ever reached that point where she's absolutely certain that there's a conspiracy going on between her broker and the market makers, and they're out to get her stops regardless of what she does. And she has come to the boiling point where she's ready to take that sledgehammer and put it through the monitor and smash it into 1,000 pieces. And man, let me tell you, I know firsthand. I know firsthand that feeling that she is showing in her face right here, ready to just smash that monitor. And it's really not a good feeling. And that was the genesis of the AI auto trader, was our lack of consistency. As you know, as humans, we're filled with emotions and we make errors and mistakes. And just by nature, we're not very good traders. We've all experienced problems with consistency. The number one reason, and I listened to an investors summit to a really smart guy. His name was Christopher Mullen, and he had done a study on human personality traits as it relates to your trading, whether or not these core personality traits lend well to being a good disciplined trader. It turns out that there's about 10 or a dozen personality traits that we all share to a certain degree of each one. That makes us all unique individuals. Well, during the course of his study, he found that only one or two of these personality traits lends well to being a good disciplined trader. So listen, if you're anything like me, and I've spoken to a lot of you on the phone, and I know that we all share in these same human errors. You know, they call them, uh, what do they call them? They call them you're having emotional issues. They call it emotional issues in trading. You know, I think of somebody with emotional issues of maybe a guy, you know, sitting on his psychiatrist's couch with his legs propped up on her couch, you know, telling the good doctor where it all went wrong in his life. And he's just having emotional issues. Well, this is a little different. These emotional issues have to do with our personalities, our ingrained personality traits that we all share as humans. So maybe we blame it on our genes or, you know, our father or mother. But these are, you know, all human related errors that we make, and they call them these these human errors. So a couple of examples: revenge trading, making impulsive decisions. What I like to do is squeeze my stop. If I see a trade that goes into the green and I'm up a few $100s on the trade, well, I'm ready to bail out. I'd want to take profits and leave a lot of money on the table. I'll exit the trade and watch that trade mature. Where had I stayed in the trade, I would have brought home a lot more money, or vice versa. If I take a little heat on a trade, I want to bail out, only to watch the trade go in the direction that I had the position in, and it would have been a tremendously profitable trade. And I can't tell you the frustration of those human errors that are due to those emotional issues. So we've all bought indicators that lag price, they don't work. It all leads to that cold, desolate place of blowing out our trading accounts. So it has been my team's commitment to bring this to an end. We've narrowed it down to two things that we believe are going to create trading success. Number one, you want to have the proper tool set. Regardless of what task you want to get accomplished, you have to go to get that task done with a tool set that's technologically advanced. You don't want to be using if for example, if you're a carpenter, You're not going to go, you know, to hang a door with a butter knife. You're going to maybe have a screwdriver, a hammer, and bring the proper tools. Well, with trading, it's no different. We want to go to battle, and really, I always use an analogy of trading as going to battle. And we want to go to battle. We want to trade with a bigger, better, more technologically advanced system than our competitors. We want to have something that's going to provide us with an edge against that market. Man, that is a monster of a market, almost like David and Goliath. I always like to use a biblical analogy. You know, David went in there with a slingshot and a whole lot of faith and was able to slay that giant. And that's kind of like this market. It's a giant. So having the proper tool set is very important. Ideally, we want an automated strategy because we all suffer from these human errors that can automatically get us in or get us out at the most ideal times in the trading market, in the trading session. So if you've been living under a rock and you're not familiar with artificial intelligence, which I'm sure by now most of everybody here is familiar with artificial intelligence. Let me just pull up my questions real quick. Thank you very much. Somebody complimented my family. So what I'm getting at is artificial intelligence now is really, I'd like to refer to it as being in an AI revolution, because artificial intelligence has really worked its way into just about every sector of our economy. Just to name a few: entertainment and media, energy, agriculture, education, transportation and logistics, manufacturing, retail and e-commerce. Number 2 out of the top 10 is finance. Did you know that 95% of large institutions, these are the hedge funds, investment firms, well, they're trading with AI algos, automated algos. The number 1 sector that's leveraging artificial intelligence is healthcare. Healthcare. And man, I pray that they come up with a breakthrough in some of these diseases that our loved ones suffer from. So the benefits, the main benefits from using our AI auto trader, and I've got some numbers that I'm going to go over that are going to blow your mind. Really, with automated systems, that's really what it boils down to is, you know, what are the numbers? And I'm going to show you some numbers, and we have some game-changing numbers that we're putting up that I'd like to share with you. But the main benefits of using an AI auto trader is it eliminates the human errors that we make, those bonehead moves. I like to refer to them as slipping on a banana peel. I can't tell you how many banana peels that I've slipped on. And it's funny, you know, to talk about it, but in essence, in reality, over the years, they add up. They become very expensive. You know, slipping on a banana peel. The AI auto trader, there's no more slipping on there's no more human errors or slipping on those banana peels. This is a system that's going to place your stop and your profit target in the most ideal location based on the average true range of the market. It's only going to trade during the trading session hours that historically it does well. When it gets blown away, it's going to sit on its hands. It's not going to trade. It's only going to take trades when all of the conditions, when the trigger and all of the conditions have been met, and it's never, ever going to make a bonehead move or a slip on a banana peel. So there's no more mismanaging trades, no more human error. And if you're a prop trader, I'm going to show you something today that I like to refer to as prop trading on steroids. First, let me go through very quickly the 3 or 4 ways that we've integrated artificial intelligence into these bots. Number 1, it's important to understand the technology is Each one of our bots runs in tandem with what we call a drone. When you think of a drone, you think of this flying object that flies above the atmosphere, the environment, and it's looking down to get a bird's eye view, an overall perspective of what's below. Well, this is what the drone is doing with the bot. They're two bots. In essence, they're two bots. The drone has a very wide stop and a very wide profit target. And it's going to get into the trade with the bot, and it's going to share a database with it where it could report the intel. The intel is, what is the average true range of the market? Where is the most ideal location in this trading environment to put your stop and your profit target so you could profit the best, the highest likelihood, the highest profits, the most efficient outcome is what they call it. It's the most efficient outcome. Not only does it hover and tell the average true range of the market, but that drone is going to trade 23 hours out of the day. And it's going to also share with the bot what times during the trading session, historically, it does the best. And it's only going to allow the bot to trade when it knows it does very well. It reads a few different metrics. The main metric it's looking at there is performance. Number three, it's going to choose which one of our triggers. The automated system has, the AI auto trader has 4 triggers. This system has a machine learning component that is going to recognize which one of the 4 triggers will perform the best in the current trading environment. And all of that intel is shared with the bot. So when the bot takes a trade, it has the highest likelihood of becoming a profitable trade. Last but certainly not least is our candlestick pattern recognition. We have a candlestick pattern recognition built into the strategy. Let me show you what I mean. Right into the strategy, if I open up a new strategy, and you can see here, this is the inside of the strategy parameters. If I'm creating a drone, the AI model is optimizing the stops and targets. It's going to put them in the best position based on the average true range automatically. It's important to understand. I get a lot of questions. Hey, is this a very common question? Is this something I have to optimize? Is this something I have to keep tweaking? Is this something that's going to go stale after a week or two? This is all done dynamically. It's a self-optimizing system. This is what it's optimizing itself. It's optimizing the position of your stop and your targets. It's optimizing the trading hours, when the system is going to trade. And number 3, last but certainly not least, is which one of the triggers would be ideal, A, B, C, or D, in this current trading environment. Remember, it has a machine learning component to it, and it knows which one of the signals is performing the best. It's not going to tell the bot to take a trade on a signal that it just took 3 losers in a row on. It's going to protect you from that. So those are the 3 ways that we're leveraging the AI integration. Last but certainly not least was the candlestick pattern recognition. Throughout the trading day, the candlestick patterns are very symmetrical, and they repeat themselves again and again and again. The system, this machine learning algorithm, will recognize certain candlestick patterns and take action based on the candlestick patterns that it recognizes. For example, one way that we're using the candlestick patterns is with our engulfing candles. If we're in a long trade, we have very ambitious profit targets. Unless we want an 80 or 90% win rate, we have to have ambitious profit targets, and we got to let these trades run. But we want to be able to lock in profits if they don't go the full excursion. So one way we could do that is if we're in a long position, and let's just say hypothetically we have a 100 tick profit target, and it goes 60 ticks in our direction. We have a number of unique ways that we can lock in profits along the way. We can go to break even plus or minus with our stop. We could use a trailing stop. And we can also use what we call our profit window. Our profit window is my personal favorite. I love it. There's an old saying, don't be a you know what over a tick. It rhymes with Rick. Don't be a Rick over a tick. And what that means is your stop is 50 ticks below, but you're only one tick away from your profit target. And if you don't hit that one tick, the trade can come all the way back 50 ticks, where you only could have made $5 extra. Now you gave back $500 in profits. So this profit window is another very useful way to lock in profits if your trade does not go the full excursion. If we come within, I like to put this on like 10 or 15 ticks. If in this scenario, if we go within 10 ticks of our profit target, which was, let's say, 100, then our stop is going to fly up and lock in 80 ticks of profit. You see? So we're only going to risk what we have the potential to make at that point. So we have some really great trade management features. The one that I said all of that to cover was with the engulfing candles. If we're in a long trade that's matured, and we've locked in 60 or 70 ticks, it's gone in our direction. And now all of a sudden we got this big, ugly, bearish engulfing candle. Well, the system is immediately going to lock in profits and get you out of the trade, because it knows 7 or 8 or 9 times out of 10, that thing's going to come all the way back and hit your stop. So that's one of the ways that we use that candlestick pattern recognition. Okay, so that's kind of what's under the hood. Before we get into the numbers, this shows you the machine learning component. In the background, it's got a brain that's running, in Python. You can see it. It's a closed loop system that's running in the background that can process make these calculations that are just mind-boggling, to give you the output to make it more efficient. So this slide, and I don't want to get too repetitive. It's an illustration of the dynamically changing trading session hours. My drone that runs 23 hours, you could see on my bottom axis is each half hour of the day. Between 8:30 and 11, this strategy did wonderful. From 11:30 to 3, it did terrible. So what does it tell the bot to do? It tells the bot to run only during the trading hours that it does well, whether it be in the London Open, the New York Stock Exchange, when the New York is open, stock exchange is open, or if it's in the Asian Open, the bot is only going to run when historically the drone performs the best. So what does that do? It makes our output that much more efficient. So let's go over the numbers. With automation, that's all that we really care about. I'm going to show you some numbers on both the iBot and the iBot. Just to catch up really quick, the iBot is the new system that we've developed that analyzes the uptick versus downtick on the cash market. It requires a kinetic data feed. So on the trading system, we establish a connection with kinetic. You can use IQ, and we stream the market internals, the uptick versus downtick, and those advanced declining ratios that they have in those cash internals. They're indexes that run on the cash markets. The New York Stock Exchange, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the S&P 500, um, and the Russell. So those 5 cash markets, it absolutely has the finger on the pulse of the market. So those market internals that are streaming from that kinetic data feed are the trigger of the iBot. That's the main difference between the iBot and the AI auto trader. The AI auto trader is kind of looking at a proxy to those market internals. It's looking at that relative strength index. It's looking at relative strength index, which is a proxy to the market internals. But this iBot that we're just getting ready to release in the very near future is actually streaming data from the stock market. So with that being said, let's take a look at the numbers. Some of our most powerful bots, we have a very diversified portfolio of strategies. We're really not dogmatic about which instruments we trade. We want to trade the ones that make money, period. If they don't make money, we don't want to trade them. And that includes any instrument that's not very liquid. We just can't get in and out of instruments that aren't liquid. We've made that mistake before of looking at a chart and saying, wow, look how beautiful that chart is. But you look at the bid-ask spread, and there's this huge disparity, and you can't get in or out of the trades. And so it doesn't work. So you have to have a liquid instrument. And number one is it has to make money. So what we found was that the NASDAQ and the E-mini are our 1-2 punch. These are the 2 most lucrative, profitable bots that we have. From time to time, gold and crude oil will jump into the mix, and we always have those on our radar. From December 1st to February 1st, the 20 Unarenko, which is the AI 20U, was up $5,471, trading 1 contract, 5471 over the course of 2 months. That 20 Unarenko, by the way, is a very big bar. It doesn't get faked out. It doesn't get caught up in the static of the NASDAQ. If you trade the NASDAQ on an 8 Unarenko, there's a lot of whipsaw. You can get them faked out very quick and easy. With this 20 Unarenko, each new candle in the direction of the trend is 20 ticks. So when you get an entry, it's pretty much going to be in the direction of that defined trend. Defined trend. This strategy on the iBot today made $5,100 on the 20 Unarenko. So this is also a 20 Unarenko from December 1st to February 1st, 5471. The 30 range haymaker, man, that bot crushed it today. The 30 range haymaker today, I traded it live on YouTube, was up $3,140 today. Today it was on fire. It's really one of our most exciting strategies. From December 1st to February 1st, it was up just under $6,000, trading 1 contract on the NASDAQ. Now, to give you an idea of what these iBots, the difference, and we're really excited about these iBots. They're not completely finished yet. We do have a couple of people that we've pre-released, some members, some legacy clients that we've offered a lifetime license at a discounted price because we're very early in the game. But the reason why we're so excited about this system is because of the numbers that it's been putting up. The iBot, the one that I just showed you on the 20U, in the month of February is up $28,000. Now keep in mind, this is a 2 contract strategy. This is a 2 contract strategy. Today, this same exact bot made $5,165. Now we're going to release these on both the NASDAQ and the micro and the MNQ. If you use that 2-contract strategy that these results are based on, it's risking $1,200 per trade on the minis. So if you're trading a prop account, you're going to want to have a big prop account. You're not going to be able to trade a $20,000 or $50,000 prop account. You're going to need a really big one, a $150,000, $250,000, $300,000 prop account to trade the minis. However, we are releasing these with micros as well that have been doing just as well in our testing. We have a 1-minute data series on the iBot's from February 1st to March 5th is up just over $20,000 trading 2 contracts. This is not a back test. I want to be clear. This is not a hypothetical back test that we ran through our strategy analyzer, and this is what it came back with. This is actual forward testing running on a live market. It's a 2-contract strategy. It made $21,000 trading 2 contracts. The risk on this one is much less. It's a $500 a trade risk on this. The max drawdown you could see was very small on this bot. And let's go to the ES. We got really 2 great strategies on the AI system and the iBot system on the NASDAQ. Now the ES 30 range, ABC star, that's our AI. That's our #1 most profitable strategy on the AI system. We're the beneficiaries of one of our members, Robert, who's a professional in this niche. He's a professional trader, full-time trader. He actually optimized our ES template for us. And over the course of the last 4 months, his 30 range bot is up over $50,000. I've ran it on my computer over the last few months. Mine's up just under 17. His is up over 50. He's been running it twice as long as I have. And he's told his friends and relatives about it, and they're all trading it. They all jumped on board. So that ES30 range is on the AI system. On my systems of 16,000, that's 1 contract. His is up over $50,000 over the last 4 months. September 19th to February 1st, and I'll get an update. I'll get us caught up to March. Next webinar you come to, I'll have March caught up. Look at that beautiful equity curve. Look at that beautiful equity curve. Remember in the beginning of my presentation, that poor lady that watched her equity curve just dwindle down to nothing? Look at the difference here with this AI automation. Let's compare it with the iBot. The iBot, the bots that are leveraging the market internals for the month of February on the 30 range on a 2-contract strategy, it's up over $17,000. $17,000. That's the ES30 range data series. We've got a beautiful one on the ES4U. From February 1st to March 5th, it's up over $20,000. That's a 2-contract strategy leveraging a 4 Unorenko bar on the E-mini. So those are the hottest bots that we have right now. I like to call it prop trading on steroids. We have templates that are specifically designed to pass evaluations. Never mind what the P&L was, because it's not important. What's important is the win rate, because the spirit of the 1-day pass is to pass an evaluation in just 1 trade. It's not to go through the blood, sweat, and tears and the seesaw of going through an evaluation and hoping to God you get to the goal to pass the exam. This is the Cliff Notes version of passing an evaluation, okay? This is kind of like, the Cliff Notes version. The way it works, to give you a short description, let's say hypothetically, you have a $50,000 evaluation and your profit goal is $3,000 and you cannot lose, your liquidation is $2,500. So if you lose $2,500, you blow the account. If you make $3,000, you pass the evaluation, you get the funded account. So what these one-day passes do is they will take the maximum number of contracts, they'll leverage the maximum number of contracts. For a $50,000 account, with Apex, it's 10 contracts. And to achieve $3,000 trading 10 contracts at $5 a tick, you need 60 ticks. That's the minimum number to get to 3,000. But we also have to, compensate for slippage and commissions. So we go for about 62 or 63 ticks. So the one-day pass will take one trade during the time of the day that historically it does the absolute best, has the highest winning rate, and it'll jump into that trade for you on the most profitable strategy we have. And this one, in my example in January, shows a 50% win rate. And we do have them at times that go up that high. But I want you to know that I answer the phones here at Right Line Trading. And I want to be 100% honest with you. Let's call it statistically 1 out of 3. Statistically 1 out of 3. If you buy 3 evals, statistically you should get 1. There's a chance you'll get none. There's a chance you'll get them all. But statistically, I'm very comfortable telling you that I believe you'll get 1 out of 3. And I answer the phones here, and I won't shy away from your call. I guarantee you that. So that's the spirit of the one-day passes. We also have bots that are designed specifically to trade your PA account. And we're going to have those on the iBot's system as well. That don't take a lot of risk, that trade the micros. They go for a very modest profit goal, and they stop trading. In the month of January, we had a bot that ran on the MES that made $1,627 trading 2 micros. It's either 1 or 2. I think it's 2 micros. And me, the worst trader in the world, okay? I wear the crown, I assure you. I had a great month in February. Listen, I have blown out, just to give you a little background, I am a habitual loser when it comes to trading, a habitual account blower. I've gone to bed at night talking to myself because I have moments of glory. I have days that I do wonderful. I trade like the champion. And I think to myself, finally, after all of these years, I've turned the corner and I've found some trading success. Only the very next week or the very next month to give it all back. But listen, in February, I claimed a victory across all my PA accounts. I wound up for the month over $10,000. This is mine, P&A, and this is all traded live on YouTube. It's all 100% on tape, recorded. I wouldn't believe it either. If you told me I did this, I'd want to see the tape, but it's true. So these are bots that you can get payouts. This was Mark Miller. He's had some $50,000 PA accounts that he's run up to 60, 65,000 and got some significant payouts leveraging these bots on these prop accounts. So that's why I like to refer to them as prop trading on steroids. And man, I think these new iBots are really going to take things to the next level. So let's go over the special offer. And I'm going to be able to, listen, I want you to know I've gone a little bit over. And I do respect your time, but I'm going to try to answer most of the questions. If I don't get to your question, please put your name and your phone number in the questions box. Nobody else can see it. It's just me. And unless you put your name and number, I'm not going to give you a call. But if you do, I definitely will. If I don't call you this evening, I'll definitely call you tomorrow. And I'll do my best to answer your questions. So the special offer that we're going to make is we have, listen, I'm not saying it because I work here. I know firsthand. We have the best tech support of any vendor out there. And I've talked to traders that have bought products and services from 100 different vendors. And I know what you go through. It's not like that here. It's completely different. Myself, Charles, Sergio, we're all available to jump on your screen and remote in and fix it for you. We're not going to send you an instruction list of something you need a college degree to accomplish. We're going to jump on through any desk or the screen sharing app, and we're going to get it fixed for you immediately. And that goes not only for the white glove installation. Listen, when you become a member with us, that's the beginning of what we hope to be a long-term, profitable relationship and endeavor with us. Throughout the lifetime of your membership, we're always going to bend over backwards to provide you with support for the lifetime of your membership. So it goes without saying that comes with anybody's order. We have an extensive tutorial library. Charles does live training and onboarding every Wednesday. We trade the system live on YouTube. It's unheard of that a vendor will trade their system, their bots, live and let you see it before you buy it. We don't want you to jump in head first. We want you to come see it perform on a live market. Okay? But we also have some great tutorial videos that are all in our Discord chat group. I mentioned that we trade every morning on YouTube, and this is the special offer. The special offer for the AI auto trader is we're going to offer the full Monty. We're going to keep the sale at 50% off. What I mean by the full Monty is you're going to get all of the chart templates. If you like to take trades on a discretionary basis, if you're somebody that likes to see the signals and the charts, we're going to provide you with a chart template for each and every one of the instruments that we trade. That's what I'm referring to as discretionary, where you execute the trades manually. So you'll have all of the chart templates. You're going to have all of the strategy templates, the full portfolio of strategy templates, and the full portfolio of prop trading templates, which is really about a $1,599 add-on. We're including it for free for this special offer that ends on Friday. We have 3 membership levels: the small, medium, and large, monthly, annual, and lifetime. The monthly normally is $6.99. We're discounting it through Friday at $4.99. You get $200 off. My associate Brock is going to put a link in the chat box or the questions box. I'm not sure which one it goes in, but you'll be able to click on that and see the link. So $4.99 a month, a much better value. Excuse me, just one sec. A much better value is the annual membership. Instead of paying $4.99 a month for the entire year, it's on sale for 50% off. Instead of $29.99, it's $14.99 for the year. So for the entire year, you'll have the full portfolio of strategies. You'll be trading it with us live every morning on YouTube, which is included. And you're going to have access to our Discord chat community, where you'll be an active participant in our community of traders. We have weekly training sessions and just a plethora of resources that are available in that channel. $14.99 for the year. It breaks down, I think it's like $125 per month. Really, it's a great deal for that system. If you're somebody that just does not like subscriptions, you don't want to be rebilled, We have the one-time payment. The lifetime license is on sale half price for $24.99. $24.99, you'll own the AI Auto Trader lifetime. The sale ends on Friday. We're also going to offer the iBot. We're keeping it available for legacy clients to begin with. If you're a legacy client here with Right Line Trading, we're giving you first shot at it, and we're doing it for a considerable discount. The system is going to sell for $9,998. It's really hard to put a price tag on these bots. Seeing the P&L that they're able to do is really mind-boggling. We're getting ready to open Right Line Funding. We're opening a prop firm next week, and if you're going to trade the iBot, we're going to provide you, once you qualify, we're going to provide you with a live account. We can't have you trade a SIM account with this because we have to cover the SIM accounts. But this is Right Line Funding's website. For $29, you'll be able to get a prop account, and you'll be able to trade our bots using our money. We're looking for members to really trade a live account on those iBots, and we'll give you a really nice equity split, profit share, 80-20, and we're going to be providing you with a cash account. So for AI lifetime members, if you've purchased the AI Auto on a lifetime, you're going to get it for about 60 or 70% off. It's going to go from $10,000 to $3,000. It's about a 70% discount. So for $29.99, you're going to get this for a limited time for a lifetime. This is the iBot. If you're a new client, before it becomes available on March 7th, which is just a couple of days away on Friday, if you purchase it now before Friday or on Friday, the cost is $49.99. Instead of a 70% discount, you'll get a 50% discount for getting in early. The system is being released on March 7th. On March 7th. It does require either an IQ or a kinetic data feed. Let me take a look at the questions, see if there's any questions here. Yes, Dave, you need the base service. The base service on Kinetic is $78.75. With that basic service, that provides you with those market internals that you'll need. Kush asked, Mr. Kumar asked, do I need to run all the bots on my account? Absolutely not. We advise heavily not to do that. We're going to teach you our methodology of how to leverage just the top performing bots. We're not going to trade the full portfolio of bots because on any given day, a number of them are losing. We're going to focus on just our most powerful bots. We're going to continue to run a full portfolio because, listen, you know, what the institutions are doing, and you know from experience, I'm preaching to the choir, is they shift their assets from one equity, they shift their equity, excuse me, from one asset class to the other, depending on these economic news reports or the current events that are going on. They want to put risk, they want to put their money where risk is at its lowest. So as they do this sector rotation, we want to only trade the bots that they're influencing. Institutional money is influencing. They come to the top of our leaderboard, and those are the bots that we're going to trade. We're not going to trade the whole portfolio, okay? So you'd need a tremendous account to do that, but you're not going to do that, Kush, Mr. Kumar. We're going to teach you how to do it, Mr. Kumar. We trade the system. Remember, you're never going to be in the dark. You're never going to be in the dark with us. I used to hear Mark Sachs say, you know, I don't live in an ivory tower. And I always got a kick out of that. Not only do we train the system on YouTube Live every morning, and we're available in Discord every day, but I even answer the phones here. So I don't live in an ivory tower. I'm the easiest guy in right line trading to find, um, and we're going to teach you exactly how to trade it. The other data feed, Dave asked. Wait, one more question. Kumar says, do I need to run them in the sim and run the best performing on the account? Exactly. Exactly. It's exactly how you're going to do it, Mr. Kumar. The other data feed, Dave, was IQ. IQ. I'm not 100% what the cost of IQ is. You'll have to do your due diligence. So if there's any other questions, Dave, I see you left your number. Mr. Kumar, I got your number. If there's any other questions, if you please put your name and your number in the chat box. It's not just us it's not just our member, it's not just Right Line Trading staff that's had some success with these bots. We have several members in our community that are also doing extremely well. Steve, he shared with us the scalpers. It's amazing. We get some of our best ideas from our members, and I'm not too proud to tell you that. They come up with you guys come up with, our members come up, our community of traders come up with just the RJ, for example, a brand new client, RJ, came out with a bot that leverages 150 range bar on the NASDAQ, 5 times a 30 range, and wrote this, quantified exactly why he's trading it and the conditions, and just a brilliant guy. And it did. The bot made $3,000 or $5,000. He made $3,000 or $5,000 trading that bot today. His name is RJ, and he's a very active member in our community. He's a physician down here in South Florida. Sood made $8,000 on the NQ scalper. Simon made $17,000 in one day. Limit Up did extremely well across a number of different AI bots. One of my favorites, one of our Mr. Nettles has been with Right Line Trading longer than I've been around. I've been here for 11 years. He's probably been here for all 14. He made $10,000 a few weeks ago trading gold. Gold has been extremely volatile. If there's one thing for certain in the market today is the uncertainty. What is Trump going to do next? He's really got everybody on eggshells, and gold has been extremely volatile. And Ron was the recipient of a $10,000 trading day, trading that gold drone, the gold bot. Suzanne is really a brilliant Suzanne. She's going to be a full-time trader very shortly. She's getting ready to quit her job, her 9 to 5, and she's becoming a full-time trader. She's seen tremendous success trading this AI auto trader. She's also signed up for the iBot, and she's a very active member in our community. She's always willing to provide a helping hand to our members. My favorite and the last testimonial that I'm going to cover today is Gary Sparks. Gary bought bots. And I talk to people that have bought bots from other vendors, and they say, listen, I bought this bot, and I hear horror stories about a tremendous amount of money that was spent and lost. And Gary Sparks on YouTube mentions 4 or 5 different vendors, and I never throw mud on any competitors, but he says in his testimonial here in the chat, it was in YouTube, that Right Line Trading's bots is superior to all of these other competitors. And people always call me and ask me, what changed? Why are you having so much success? And it's the AI integration. It's that AI integration. Now the AI integration with that IQ or kinetic feed, where we've got that trigger that has the pulse right on the market, could be a, let me tell you, could be a game changer. So the sale ends Friday. We're running a 50% off on the AI, and for the iBots, um, if you're interested, if you're an AI client and you're interested in this deal, do me a favor, either send an email to support@rightlinetrading.com. I have a page to check out, but it's at a much higher price. It's not the right price. So send an email to support@rightlinetrading.com or give us a call and we'll provide you with the discounted invoice for the iBot. This is going to go through Friday. March 7th is going to be the grand release of the iBots. If you're a new client, it's half price, $49.99. Yeah, Alonzo, I definitely can. Give me a chance to get a drink of water. All right. Yes. So I want to end by thanking everybody for their time. Thank you for joining me here today. If I didn't get to your question, I apologize. If you put your name and your number in the chat box, I assure you that I will give you a call, if not this evening, tomorrow, right after the live session.